Good morning student, welcome back in the next video bio. In the previous video you have studied about the parts of flower. Today I am going to teach you about the pollination. But before pollination we should know some terms, for example pollen grains, which I have already taught you that pollen grains are present on the anther. They are the small or very fine particles and they are generally yellow in color. So pollen grains are dust like fine yellow particles released from the anther or stamen of a flower on maturity. Anther means the male part. So what is pollination? The transfer of pollen grain from the anther of a flower to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. Anther means the male part of a flower to the stigma means the female part of a flower. After the pollen grain is shed from the anther, they can reach to the stigma of a flower by number of means. The flowers could be self-pollinated or the cross-pollinated. So there are two types of pollination. One is the self-pollination, second one is the cross-pollination. So what is the difference between the self-pollination and the cross-pollination? Here you can see one diagram also given. Self-pollination means the transfer of pollen grains from anther of a flower to stigma in the same plant. And what is the cross-pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower or the another plant of same type or the same species. So first we will discuss about self-pollination. It occurs when the pollen of a flower get transferred to the stigma of the same flower on the same plant. You can see this is the self-pollination, means the movement of pollen grains of anther of this flower to the stigma of this flower on the same plant. And what is the cross-pollination? It occurs when the pollens of a flower get transferred to the stigma of another flower on a different. You can see pollen grains are transferred from anther of one plant to the stigma of another plant through the agent, which is the honeybee. Means the pollen, when this honeybee sit on this flower, the pollen grains stick to its legs or the wings or on the mouth, and when it sits on the next flower, the pollen grains shed from it and they reach the female part of the stigma of the flower. Second difference is it generally does not require any external agent, means it occurs simultaneously without any agent. But in cross pollination it requires external agents like wind, water and animals. In this case the agent is honey bee. Example of self pollination is mango, banana, China rose, and the example of cross pollination is rose, coriander and drumstick. Now we will discuss about the agents of the pollination. We have already discussed, mainly we have wind, water and animals. So pollen grains from one flower can reach another flower by a number of agents such as wind, water and animals. In animals they include insects, birds, bat, etc. So first of all, pollination by wind. This occurs in flowers of maize, rice and grasses. Wind pollinated flowers have specific features. So what are these specific features? Generally they are carried out by wind, so they are very lightweight pollen grains. So they have dry and light pollen grains so that they can easily carried out by the wind. Second, they produce a large amount of pollen grains. Why? Because at least some can reach the stigma of the flowers, because it is not the possibility that whatever wind has carried they can reach to the next flower. Maybe on the way they will fall down or something can happen. So they have large amount of pollen grains, so the probability to reach the next flower can be more. Third one is they have feathery and sticky stigmas to catch pollen grains from the wind. So they are generally feathery so that they are lightweight, and sticky stigma so that they can stick easily. Next is the pollination by water. So generally these type of pollination happen in the aquatic plants like hydrilla and valley snub. So what are the features of these pollen grains? Flowers are small and light, so they can easily float on water. Pollen grains are very light and produced in large number. In Vallisneria, the female flowers have a long coiled stalk by which they come up to the surface of water. They get pollinated by the pollen grains shed by male flowers floating on the surface of the water. And third one is pollination by animals. A number of insects like bees, butterflies and birds help in pollination of flowers such as rose, marigold, sunflower and China rose. So what are the features? insect pollinated flowers are large and brightly colored. A number of them have sugary nectar to attract insects, so that if they have the sugary nectar, so that the insect can be attracted by these flowers. And flowers have sticky pollen grains which get stuck to the body of the insect and get carried away to the other flower. So here you can see maize plant is there. In this plant the wind pollination occurs, means they have the small feathery pollen grains. These are the female part and these are the male part. Second one is water pollination is Verisneria. You can see this is the male flower and these coil structures are the female part. So when male flower float on the surface of the water, the female plant of this plant take the male part. And third one is the insect pollination in flower. You can see when they suck the nectar from the plant, the pollen grains stick to their body, and when they reach to the next plant, the the pollen grains get shed there. Next, the test yourself. Bisexual flower have both stamen and carpels, means the male and the female part. Wind pollination flowers have sticky or the feathery stigma. Insect pollinated flower has sticky pollen grains. Dust like fine yellow particles in anthers are pollen grains. So what you have to do, you have to find more plants which have the wind pollination, water pollination and the insect or the animal pollination.